Hey everyone, what's up? Late, only a little bit. Let's get that to live chat. Zoom in a little bit because I can't see none of those zoom. That's all right. Right click zoom? Nope. It's impossible. All right, fine. YouTube chat can just be tiny. Hopefully I sound okay, guys. Oh, let me hit that. Let me get background music going. White Bat Audio credited in the description. Oh, and I need to unmute myself in Discord. So then when I talk, you see that move. Hey. What's up? We got it working. We got there in the end. What's up, Velour? What's up, Merlin? Lynx was in here earlier. Oh my god, you keep reminding me and I keep forgetting. I am so sorry, Merlin. Holy cow. I hate myself. You just gotta drill. Oh, I almost said something really bad. You just gotta keep reminding me. I am so sorry. I really want to listen to it, and I just keep forgetting. And I can't do it now because I'm assuming it's copyright. Damn. What's up, Exodus? Hey, what's up, Don? I haven't paid attention to the Kino Casino arc. I don't mind talking about it briefly, but I don't want to make it my whole stream, you know? But, no, that's been a roller coaster. I will say 2 quick things that I've noticed recently. Number 1, that he's completely walked back from saying that he initially cased the casino to rob them to now, oh, they snaked me and they always planned on snaking me, so we walked all the way back from that, what was I gonna say? That talking point. And then, I thought it was funny that he just read hate messages intended for Ethan Ralph the whole stream, and then didn't share any of them with him. You know, exactly what he accused Stuttering Craig of doing to him initially. So, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if you can scroll up in the chat, but I was talking to Lynx about it a little bit earlier. Thanks for the inputs. Yeah, I don't know. It's really funny because the DMs revealed that PPP, I call him P, I think that's the Tevin line, like, was caring and listening and trying to be a good friend the whole time, and DSP was the whole time was... You might want to move the mic a few inches from my face. Is it too loud? I can turn the gain down. Sorry, it's a microphone I don't normally use. But I thought I put the settings back the way they were, but I might have overdone it. Here, let me... Sorry, is that better? We can hear you breathing me. It might not bother me, but it might bother you. Oh, shoot. Is my noise suppression? The noise suppression's supposed to cover that up, and so is the compressor, but I guess I don't have those dialed up correctly. But yeah, I don't want to... I don't want to create, I don't want you to think I'm just, like, heavily breathing here the whole time. What was I had, like, a last point I wanted to make. Oh, yeah, the DMs didn't reveal any big snaking plans. And if anything, they made PPP look like a good guy, like listening to this guy tell him about all his troubles and personal issues and trying to offer support and giving him You know, like, hey, why don't I pay for a vacation for you and your wife? Like, oh, and I'll pay for a pet sitter for the entire menagerie. Like, I don't know. I think I'm a bit too quiet now. No, that's okay. I appreciate this feedback. So that way I can dial everything in. But yeah, PPP was the closest thing he probably would have had for a friend. All right, I'm going to cut the difference. I was at 14. I took it down to 10, so I'm going to put it at 12. And see if 12 is like the happy medium we want to be. What was I going to say? Oh, like the playful razzing aside, I mean, that's what guy friends do to each other. I mean, yeah, I was cringe that he was making fun of your piece seemed to get through the pop filter. There is no pop filter on this microphone, unfortunately. I only have one filter, and it's currently used on the main mic arm. So this one is totally unfiltered. Maybe I should buy another filter. One for each. It's better than buying, I don't know, 4 cameras and only using 3 of them. And constantly having issues with them, too. Shoot. Did I lose a train of thought? You know, a guy with a great mic setup. Audio is one of those things that I don't fully understand. That's one thing I would want my handheld on, is tell me what filters to put on, how to set them up, and then tell me how I sound. I think it's in a good place. Okay, great. No, I appreciate the feedback, everyone. That helps me out so much. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Yeah, PPP calling his wife fat was cringe. I will say that's probably a step too far, especially if Phil said, "Hey, please don't call my wife fat." But I don't know. PPP brought up an interesting point that I should just call him P for short, so that way you guys don't keep hearing those hit your ears so hard. But no one's tuning into smart guys for the wrestling. Or if they are, what you do is you have the Grill Phil segment. Here, I can have hands on camera. The Grill Phil segment and the wrestling segment. And you capture the Grill Phil fans and the wrestling fans, and you get both of those audiences on one stream. It's a great idea. I never thought of things that way before, where you can blend content and capture multiple audiences that way. Especially if you do the Grill Phil segment last, so you get everyone show up, sit there, and they're like, "Oh, when's the Grill Phil?" I don't know. Hey, Lefty, thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a good stream, dude. We're just talking about the Kino Casino arc a little bit. Oh. And then August the Duck brought up a great point. Hey, what's up, Mercenary? That you can't just sit and play video games and commentate on what's going on the screen and call that content. Let me know if the background music's too loud too, by the way. But yeah, good insight from other content creators. It's interesting that you can look at criticizing, or what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to look at the criticism delivered at Phil and then think about, okay, what's the bigger core knowledge to gain from this? Played the Headliners, was mess but fun, glad I could raid. Hey, thank you so much again for raiding. I'm glad it was fun. I've never played the Headliners. I don't even know what that is. But yeah, these guys were both making suggestions on what kind of new content to try. Just to try, not even to, oh, you should quit doing this and do this entirely. It was like, keep doing what you're doing, but maybe sprinkle in a little bit of this or a little bit of this and see if anything takes off. We got one politics stream, we got one Lego kit built, and then we're just back to angrily playing video games and quitting them. It's like Lethal Company. Instead of looting items, you take pictures of aliens. Oh, that sounds cool. Kind of like Phasmophobia. Hey, what's up, Shaq? Almost Plat 1. Hell yeah. It's hilarious. I've never played Repo either. And that's like the new Lethal Company. Yeah, I haven't played Content Warning yet either. Hey, thanks so much, Don. It's way less sweaty than Phas. Oh, that's good. Oh, and one more thing, and this is something I learned from Keemstar. Repo's like concentrated part of all the funnest parts of Lethal Company. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was watching Sojita play it with another friend, and made me realize, oh, I have Repo, and I really want to play it. And I know there's people in the Discord who've been saying, let's play it, let's play it, let's play it. So maybe that'll be my multiplayer stream coming up. We're going to play GTFO. I didn't get that, but I got Ready or Not. All right. Well, I guess we can keep talking about games. I've been playing a lot of Heroes Hour. I recorded a review for it, so we're back to... I'm finally in the mindset where I'm like recording and editing videos again, and it feels great. If you ever want to play it, just let me know I'm down. Hell yeah. I don't know if you're in my Discord, or if we're following each other on Twitter, but yeah, you can hit me up on either of those. I don't know how many people we can fit into Repo. Oh, I did like you spelled both with an L. The correct way to pronounce it. Both. Play New Vegas if you can. Old game, a must play through. I don't know if I could do New Vegas again. I really liked New Vegas, but it's a little hard to go back to some of those older games. Just because of how, you know, the Bethesda style of instability and stuff like that. But and I've played all the builds that I would want to play in New Vegas. Like, I did my crit stealth melee VATS playthrough, which was awesome. None of this is on stream, of course, but yeah, I like New Vegas, but I don't know if I would stream it. Not been on my to play list. My backlog's already massive that I don't need to be playing older games, you know what I mean? Imagine talking to chat and accidentally learning the entire map. That would be funny. Because it is proximity chat in that game, but apparently the monsters can hear the proximity chat. Well, we can keep talking about games, but what I'm going to work on tonight, if you guys... Hey, what's up, Cyber? Oh, you're playing in a D&D campaign. Hey, have fun, man. I saw some VTuber friends of mine are in a D&D campaign that they're streaming, too, so that's pretty cool. If you guys watch Yuki and Yuna of Duo Leveling, that's what they're doing tonight. So last time we had Chun Li, we were sanding her and spot curing her. And then since last stream and now, I have primed her in white. Now, I like to use white for the anime models. Because it shows off a little bit more vibrant colors once they're painted through. Just how the science and how paint and light interact together. A black primer is going to suck in the color and not reflect it out. So it's going to look a little bit more muted. But for Chun Li, we're going to want brighter colors. I decided to leave it to a poll, and the original color won the poll. I did look up a trick for painting yellow, and the trick that I saw online was to put a layer of pink down first. So anywhere that we're going to paint yellow on her, so that's going to be like the accents of her dress on the sleeves and on the hair ties here. So the end pieces here, and then the rim of the hair bun I'm going to paint pink first, and then we'll paint yellow on top of it, and it should prevent the yellow from getting completely washed out. Do you know, I know what gray primer is supposed to do. Well, it's in between white and black, so I'd assume that's a more matte finish. Whereas black would probably be, not matte is not the right word. But, you know, it'd just be in between gray and white. A lot of people prefer gray primer to white primer. White primer historically has it's something to do with the pigmentation in it that makes it weird when you're trying to apply it. No, satin, matte, and flat and all that describes the type of finish. I'm trying to describe how it reflects the colors at the end. I should have an MS Paint up so I could like draw it. Yeah, maybe dull's the phrase that I'm looking for. But gray is allegedly supposed to spray better than white primer, but it doesn't get as dark as black, and especially if you're trying to paint white and yellow. I love checking back in with Heroes after months of not playing it. Fire Emblem Heroes. What's up, Lissy? How you doing? It is definitely power crept. I haven't played it in probably years now. But I do want to get that Byleth Resplendent. I think her outfit looks really cool. But I don't play enough to warrant logging in, dropping $5 for an outfit for a character I probably don't even have. At least they give you the character. No, dull's probably the right word that Merlin said. So, you know, black's going to make things look more muted, which looks really good on War, like Warhammer War Machine figures, because you want things to look a little bit more gritty and realistic. And maybe even like camouflage and stuff like that. But because white reflects all light, that's why it appears as white to our eyes, is going to make the colors that I put on top of it look brighter than if I had done her in black. I have a model I primed in black. I can put her together, and I can show you guys when Chun Li's done the difference between. That might be a cool video, actually. The difference between, hey, I painted this one, I primed this model in black and this one in white, and here's how the colors look using the same paints. I have Vallejo model color. Unfortunately, P3 went out of business. Those were the paints that I like to use when I played War Machine. And I found all my Citadel and War Machine paints, but they're all ancient and dried up, so I bought a couple of $8 kits of Vallejo paints. And I think they work pretty well. And then I got a starter kit of brushes. Some of them I haven't even taken out of the plastic yet. But I don't think I'm going to use like the makeup style brushes. I think those are for dry brushing. We're not going to really do any of that on Chun Li tonight. And I got a wide flat brush here, but we're probably not even going to need this. Because I made this a stream, it's part of my job, so it's a tax write-off. Yeah, I guess I could write off my $8 of paint and my $5 of brushes. I have a little dish of water. I got paper towels for drying my brushes. That's this stuff right here. And then this doohickey in front of me is supposed to be a wet palette, so the idea is we want to keep these are all acrylic paints. Acrylic paint thins with water, so we're going to use a lot of water to keep our paints thin, so that way they don't glob up on the surface and they spread neatly. And hopefully we don't capture any brush strokes in the final product. Ignore all the colors on this. This is where some of the paint came off my paper and into the sponge, but this is all wet right here, and I have you probably saw me put it together. I have a piece of wet palette paper. I don't even know what type of paper it is, but I have sheets of this stuff. Fingerless gloves. Yeah, just how all VTubers do. I even trim my nails, so I'm not coming out here with dirty, crusty, long fingernails. No, I do have a cut on one of my fingers. You guys could probably see that. But yeah, so everything's primed in white and ready to go. I don't know what colors I'm going to do the base. I haven't figured that out yet. We'll probably do that last once we figure that out, but I know what to do for the rest of her, so I think we'll just go ahead and get started. The big colors that we're going to do, I want to put pink down where we're going to use any yellow. So that's all the little swirly details of her uniform. We're going to put pink. I saw this technique in another Discord. We're going to put pink down first before we put down any flesh. I have this Vallejo 815 is pretty good basic flesh, but it's a little orange. So we're going to put a layer of pink down first to try to make it look more fleshy rather than orange. Maybe black or white so the figurine stands out more. Oh, in that case, I could just put more white primer on it. Make it stand out like that. And thankfully, I got a big thing of acrylic seashell pink. And even though this is just regular acrylic paint, I've used it on these models before and it comes out just fine. So we're just going to put a teensy squirt there. Because when we thin our paints, the paints are going to go a lot longer. And then semi-big brush. I'm trying to get used to setting this up between keeping it on camera and also trying to paint it in visual space in front of me. So get that loaded up. And then anywhere we're going to paint flesh, I'll use a smaller brush when we get to the details on the yellow details on the uniform, but we're just going to put pink down. That might be a little too runny. Get a little bit more paint. But just like how I apply the primer, we're just going to do a lot of thin layers. Hey, what's up, Daniel? How are you doing? We're back to William having his fingers all over a woman, or all over Chun Li's, or the bust of Chun Li. Yeah, that's too wet. I get more paint in there. Oh wait, I'm descending into an e-thought? Why do you say that? Just because I'm wearing fingerless gloves? Hand cam content? Oh, okay. Well, how else am I going to show off my painting? This is going on like really thin. I'm going to try to load up more paint. Oh, but that came off in like a huge glob. You got Xenoblade X a while ago, having fun with it? Nice. That's just a remake of the it was on the Wii U, right? And now we just get it on the Switch. Well, it's nice that it's accessible, but man, I've never played the Xenoblade games. That's probably a mistake. I probably would really like them. Am I going to get an airbrush at some point? I would like to, but I don't know. I would probably need, like, don't you need like a booth or something set up? I don't know if I want to go that far. Okay, this pink is not really working out. Set that down to dry. It's a really light pink. I wonder if the other pink I have is is the better pink? I will need a serious mask. Oh. I don't know then. We'll start with all the flesh, and then we'll move to the blue. Actually, no, I have the pink out. I might as well just do all the pink I said I would do. There's no way? No way what? Oh yeah, he did rage quit Assassin's Creed Shadows. But he did it after someone else went viral for it. So I think he's just trying to capitalize on the Assassin's Creed Shadows hate. Yeah, and it wasn't just 9 hours. It was 9 hours of side content, and he complained that he'd even get to play Yasuke. But it's like, if you focused on the main story, you might have gotten to the point where you got to play as Yasuke, the controversial black samurai that he mentions in his review. But yeah, I think he was just trying to capitalize on the hate. Even though we didn't take the path of hate or drama. That's kind of like what he did with, was it Final Fantasy VII was another one? He was doing a whole bunch of side content. That's why so he didn't have to see the girls in swimsuits. I'm locked in. I took a Mountain Dew Voltage, took a nap, and a special gummy. Nice. Well, I'll try to keep things interesting for you, Merlin. I appreciate you being here. When he does it, oh yeah, it's rules for thee, not for me. When I do it, it's not hate or drama. Right, I forgot. Allegedly, that game was gifted to him too, so I would be pretty miffed if I gifted him a game and he quit it after 9 hours. Every day I'm glad I'm not like him. Yeah. At least he's been honest about one thing. There's one thing I can say that he's been honest about that no one else can probably criticize him on, and that's he finally removed being an ally from his stream descriptions after he made fun of Lex for being bisexual, after he had Ralph on and he dropped an F slur. Hey, what's up, Abby? How are you doing? What's up, Red? Odds I think Jim will cover him. Yeah, he was honest by removing how nice of a guy he was from his pre-stream and just instead being like, you know what, I hate the gays. I don't know if Jim will cover him. I come back to discussions of the F slur. Oh, I'm just talking about another streamer who he tried to like sell himself as like an ally for, you know, oh, my streams are a safe space or whatever. But like Thursday he had a guest on and this guest used the F slur. So, not a, if I gift you Yick and you don't quit after one stream, I'll be disappointed. There's been a lot of people trying to get me to play Yick. The way I see it, though, with games is I don't have a whole lot of time to play games or stream. So while it would be funny to play like an intentionally bad game, I just feel like I'd be wasting time where we could be playing a game where we all enjoy, like Yumiya or something. No, it's definitely not cool, Lissy. That's why I like making fun of this guy, because he'll try to say that, like, oh, all people are welcome in my stream, and then he'll collab with another guy who definitely does not like gay people. And then the original guy has said some bad things about gay women, bisexual women, and gay men too. I got it for the funnies, but it is painful story-wise. I do like the reaction of the one guy like throwing his hands on his head, and he's just, I'm yicking out. I need to. I need to get a meme picture of that. What's up, Exodus? Oh, we're talking about the King of Hate. The King hates the LGBTs. But he was finally honest with himself and removed his "My streams are a safe space" picture from his pre-stream slideshow. The king of all I do is talk about hitting goals, and then when I hit a goal, we talk about the next goal, and then when we're in the celebration of hitting the previous goal, I want you to give me more money. It never ends. He did a Five Nights at Freddy's marathon. The marathon was, slow in terms of support, and he was like, oh, I have less than $1,000. This is gonna be the lowest supported marathon I've ever done. And it's like, but bro, you charged people 50 times 150. I can't do math. However much money that is in order to do the marathon in the first place. So you already got your bag. I think it's Memology who has the "It's not begging, it's business" clip. Yeah, $7,500. Thank you. Probably more than that though, because sometimes he makes more than $150. And he got mad at a viewer who pointed out, like, oh man, if I get you to $100, it's kind of like wasted money. I don't need to buy viewers, man. Why? Why do I need to do that? Oh. How do I ban on Twitch? There we are. Come on, man. I don't have a keyboard and mouse. I can't be doing bans. Yeah, bots are crazy. The bots have been crazy lately. Last stream I had someone follow. I shouted out their follow. They DM'd me and said they liked the stream. And they're chatting with me. And then at the end of the chatting, they finally go, well, my uncle's actually this famous streamer. I could put you in touch with him on Discord and he could help you out. I've been exposed to this scam before. It'd be like it's like the equivalent of like, oh, hey, Mr. Beast is my uncle. I could put you in contact with him if you want to, some advice on how to grow your channel. And the advice that they give you, I've tried to follow these bots to the end to see what the grift is basically you pay them for them to buy ads for and view bots for your channel. So they want to be the middleman between you and the view bots anyways. Like they want to take like a finder's fee or something. But no, like the one streamer that they pitched to me today was a French streamer. So I was like, I already know this is bullshit, bullcrap, because this guy doesn't speak English. And the last time they did it was another channel that was a German channel. Again, doesn't speak English, but nope, they show up in Discord, and I'm like, I'm trying to speak to them in German. I'm using Google Translate. I'm not fluent in German. And the guy only replied to me in English. I'm like, you're impersonating a German streamer. You can at least pretend to know German to sell the act, but no. It was a really lazy. I thought it was a really lazy scam. But it's like they try to use this like middleman thing to like, and it's probably this. Oh, it's definitely the same person, not probably, because I would talk to the quote unquote famous streamer, and then I would message the original account, the scouting account or whatever you want to call it, and be like, oh hey, thanks so much for putting me in touch with this person. And then I would see the typing message stop on the other one, and then the typing message start on the previous conversation, and I would just jump back and forth, and they couldn't keep up with me. It was so funny. I kept that up for a while until they just started cussing me out, and I was like, all right, you're crashing out, bro. It's weird. They always pick these like 100 to 300,000 channels, you know, not like millions where you'd go, oh my god, it's Mr. Beast, but it's, you know, it'd be like a dark side Phil, I guess. Discord bots are just as bad. Oh, yeah. Hopefully I'm not wasting time putting all this pink down. I hope it helps with the yellow. This is what I read online to do. But now we're going to be careful with applying the pink because we got these little swirly bits on like her sleeve and stuff. Not quite big open spaces like her arms and her face. Jawohl, Wilhelm, Stromheim Sie vermikt. I hope I said that correctly. I was watching Smoojin's videos in South Korea, and their leaders either end up dead or in prison. I don't know anything about South Korean politics. Barely even close. Okay. Well, I tried. See, I told you I don't speak German. It's a shame. I kind of wish I knew German. My dad and my grandma know German. So it'd be cool if we just had like this secret club in the family where the three of us knew German. Oh, who knows? Maybe one day we'll have like... I mean, Google Translate's already pretty good. And you got the AI voice that reads what it translates to anyway. Pretty soon, I'm sure we'll eventually have... Maybe even in our lifetime, we'll have like a practically real-time AI that can translate for us. If we don't already. AI's been on my mind because of all the Studio Ghibli memeing. Like, I understand why people are upset at AI, but at the same time, too, I don't think AI is going to go away, so we need to come up with some compromise where everyone's happy. I can speak Italian. Linguine, pasta marinara, lasagna, spicy meatballs. I don't speak any Italian. Yeah, that's why I said you're third best. Gorlami. Maybe we should do Inglourious Bastards as a watch along. With AI ketchup genies out of the tube, yeah. I mean, you can like regulate it, I guess, but I mean, it's not, and it probably needs some regulation. Like the deep fake stuff is probably needs to be regulated. Like, I don't see anything wrong with, like, I don't know, someone making concept art when they're not an artist and then taking that to an artist and saying, like, hey, I had this idea, but I need someone to help visualize it or complete it for me. When am I going to do a wheel stream again? So I was watching Power Guy here on YouTube, another mutual of the channel. He plays Mega Man games. And he was doing Mega Man with the punishment wheel. And so like every 5 deaths, he would spin the punishment wheel. Hey, what's up, Culp? How are you doing? So I liked the idea. But instead of doing it for Mega Man, I thought about for Sekiro, because I haven't beaten that game yet, that I would bring back the punishment wheel for Sekiro. I think that could be fun. Just try and get this. We're almost done with one sleeve. Yeah, I pulled up a list of Chun Li's outfit colors from Street Fighter 6. There's some cool ones in there. It could be fun to like reprint this model and paint her different colors. Maybe as a future project. All right, let's work on the back. I want you to type a bow tweet word for word. At the bottom, say I stand by everything I just typed. That would be funny. Do we have any other painters in the chat? Anyone who plays Warhammer, War Machine? Those are the only 2 games I can think of. Actually, D&D, you paint your... They have figurines now you can paint for that too, right? Worked 4 hours, ended at 7:05. Nice. Hope work was easy for a Friday. The Gundam Warhammer is next year where you build and paint your figs. Oh, that's cool. There are people who paint Gunpla. Yeah, I think it would be cool to paint like dirt, rust, grime, bullet holes, things like that on a Gundam. I'm trying to hold her by the top and bottom because her head's going to go in there and it's going to cover up this stuff. And then the bottom is going to go into the pedestal here. So if I hold in those 2 spots, hopefully I don't... Any marks my fingers leave behind won't be visible. Hey, what's up, K-Dun? How are you doing? You played Space Marines or you've painted Space Marines? If I spill a little bit of pink over it, shouldn't be that big a deal because it's going to get covered up by the blue. Oh, I should paint them or Zoids. Zoids are really cool. I haven't thought about that show in a long time. I have some old Chaos Marines that a friend gave me. He was like, you know what? I'm not going to play Warhammer here. Take my army. I said, okay, and he never asked for it back. It was just like one of the starter kits, though, so I don't fully know what's in it. I'm not into Chaos, but I have thought about just putting them together to paint. I also have Denegra 3 from... I think it was Denegra was her name in War Machine. She's the undead girl that rides a wyvern. That one would be cool for me to paint. Just because I've had the model for so long, and she was one of my favorite warcasters in the game. Even though I don't play it anymore. I don't even know if the rules are updated. But that would be one for me to paint and keep and display, because it's a big piece. Because like I said, it's like a big wyvern with wings and stuff. And it's got a big old nasty tongue hanging out. And it's from their undead factions, so it's got like bones and stuff sticking out. I'm making a 3D model. I'm learning how to use Blender. Oh, nice. Yeah, if you get good at Blender, I think there's a lot of work that you could find. I would be interested in hitting you up to make stuff for me to print. I almost dropped it. Could you imagine if I dropped her right into the pink paint? I'll scoot that up so I don't do that. It's like the Final Destination, except it's how does my painting stream go wrong? Chaos Marines are the best faction. Wrong. I think if I did get back into Warhammer, though, I think I'd want to play Krieg. All the lore that I've learned about Krieg Marines makes me go, yeah, I want to play those guys. Did I see Monster Hunter Rise is getting a Zoids collab mission? No, that's really cool. What faction would I paint? Is Deathcore of Krieg not a faction that I can paint? Them or the Cadians? Because the whole line of Cadia fell before the guard did is just really cool. And that, like, even while the planet was falling apart, they were still fighting. My major is game design, so it's useful to... It'll obviously be useful there, yeah. Yeah, it's cool that there's tutorials for a lot of things out there. I think they would count as Astra Militarum. Oh, is that the faction that doesn't count as Guard? I thought Imperial Guard was a faction. At least when I played, they were. They had, like, the Chimera tank. It was a Chimera. Or was it a Hydra? What was the name of the big artillery thing? Yeah, you could make a lot of money making Blender models for VR chat. Or even 3D VTuber models. Actually, Borpy knows French, so she might be able to work for Ubisoft. If she wanted to. I don't know if they're a good company to work for, but... The Roach did that for a while. The Pig Roach? If they're still around after all this. Yeah, I was telling Jill about it, how Tencent kind of likes to buy up these failing game companies in the West, and then like a day after I have that conversation, Tencent announces a subsidiary with Ubisoft. I was like, yep, that's how it starts. Should have studied Chinese instead of Japanese. Oh, you meant pirate software. Okay, so we have a roach and the pig roach. Yeah, but his 3D models weren't for VR chat. They were for Second Life, which I guess is the predecessor to VR chat. So glad I never got into that. I had friends who played that, and I was like, this is really weird. I guess I just didn't understand it because I was like, where's the video game, you know? Alright, almost done with this other sleeve. Fortnite will be the new Second Life. It's heading that way. Fortnite's got some interesting things in it. They had like the Holocaust Museum or Memorial or something in Fortnite. I thought it was weird to include that, but now it just looks like, yeah, Fortnite's a go-to hub to hop in on. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing like classes being taught on Fortnite. I saw that stuff with Minecraft. Sorry, doing the inside of the sleeves. Kamala Harris had a whole thing in Fortnite. I either forgot about that or pushed it out of my mind. I mean, at least there's an attempt there to try to reach the young people. Like when AOC played Among Us on Twitch during COVID. Pokemon Go to the polls. Oh, man. Blast from the past at this rate now, right? Pokemon Go to the polls was 10 years ago, right? No. Yes. Maybe not quite 10. 8 or 9 years ago. Gosh. Hey, what's up, Reggie? Pokemon Go will be 9 this year. Yeah, so it's got to be like a 9-year-old meme almost. Gosh, that election year was crazy. No, stop. Stop bringing up politics. Why are you guys... It's a trap every time. My voice cracked. Time. Pokemon Legends Z to A looks terrible. Oh, that's the thing I wanted to make the topic for us to talk about was the Nintendo Switch Direct. Because we're getting Metroid Prime 4. I think is like the only hype thing I saw that I would care about, maybe. It's a little messy, but... You gotta start somewhere. What about Tomodachi Life? I never played Tomodachi Life. But if you're excited for it, I'm excited for you. What's up, Alice? I care about the Tomodachi's, I just never played it. So it just wasn't on my radar. Gradius Collection, I agree, is going to be really cool. The Raido remaster? I don't know what Raido is. I'll be honest, I didn't watch the Direct, so you guys are going to have to tell me your favorites. And then explain it to me. ZA is a sequel to X and Y 10 years later? That's interesting. Don't worry, you'll convert me to the ways of Tomodachi? Okay. Raido is a Shin Megami Tensei spin-off character. Oh, interesting. So it's a remake of a spin-off of the Shin Megami Tensei series. Okay, that's pretty cool. I will reiterate, I have never played SMT or Persona. Sony's porting Patapon and Hot Shots to Switch via Bandai. Interesting. I don't know what those games are. But it is cool that even this late into the Switch's life cycle, it's still getting some new stuff. Is Persona a spin-off of SMT or the other way around? I think Shin Megami Tensei came before Persona. Yeah, so Persona is the spin-off. Hot Shots is Sony Mario Golf. Patapon is a Rhythm PSP game. Well, there's another Rhythm game. Rhythm Heaven? Is that what it's called that's coming? Someone described it to me as, it's like WarioWare. And I was like, oh, that is... I like WarioWare, so maybe a WarioWare clone or similar game would be fun to play. Last swirl. Oh, okay. Disaster almost happened. I need to get one of those things that I can like clamp my piece to hold it for me. That would be nice. You had a PSP that was Shin Megami Tensei 4 themed. Okay. Did it have the questionable looking chariot as part of the theme? I don't know how Pokemon is profitable but the game looks so bad. It's because people just keep buying it. Pokemon needs to have a Fire Emblem moment with like Awakening where it's like, hey, we're gonna kill the franchise unless unless this last game really sells well, and then they go, oh god, okay, we need to actually get our heads in the game and come up with what the players will really want to play and hope that it sells well, you know. But they're not gonna have a moment like that because the I mean, look at the craze around Pokemon cards right now. I mean, for whatever reason, Pokemon is still at a crazy high popularity level. I know you can't speak. I saw you playing Scarlet. Actually, it was Violet. But yeah, I got gifted Violet, and I finally got around to playing it. It's fun enough, but it's frustrating how bad Violet runs on the Switch. And I saw a YouTube video that was like, oh, the thruster effects on the motorcycle Pokemon that you get. I can't remember its freaking name. The purple one that you get early on. The particle effects lag the Switch. So it's like, I have to hope for a Switch 2 at this point in order to play Pokemon Violet without lag. Miradon, thank you. And I was playing it for a while, but like, I don't know, I just got bored. Even though like they added all these cool new features. To Pokemon, like we have you can do the enemy team base rating, which I thought was a cool idea, that the enemy, Team Star or whatever they are, you know, like Team Rocket, but instead of just being like, it's a zone, you show up, you kill everyone, and you steal the Sylph Scope and leave. It's like an actual base with a separate mini game. What else? Oh, then you have the legendary Pokemon, not legendary, but the giant Pokemon hunting, which is pretty cool. So that's like a separate encounter from the just go around and do the gyms, and you can do the gyms in any order, which is also nice. Scarlet and Violet had good story. The DLC was better. I didn't get to the DLC in my playthrough yet. If you clock the Switch, Scarlet and Violet has no lag? No, Violet definitely has lag. Oh, clock the Switch, as in overclock the Switch. Gotcha. I wouldn't know the first step of overclocking my Switch. Pokemon is the most valuable IP in the world at 100 billion. Holy cow. It does remind me of the guy complaining about AAA games being these disasters lately, but if you keep buying every single one, then they're gonna keep getting made. Trying a new dish here, super simple but yummy. Mushrooms, pizza sauce, and baked with cheese. Did you put it on a dough, or is it just mushrooms, cheese, and sauce? Why do the games look so bad and run the worst? Yeah, I don't know. Just low standards. You would hope or expect the biggest franchise to invest something. I feel like at some point every stream becomes a philosophical discussion on AAA games. Yeah, we play a lot of games, so... And Assassin's Creed Shadows is like a kind of a big moment. I don't know, I've been playing games my whole life. And we play games here on the channel, so I think it makes sense. It's just that. Okay. Well, that doesn't sound too bad. Just like a mushroom bake, I guess you could call it. I like mushrooms just fine. I wish I could do the cheese, but cheese is out of my diet now. You had a frozen Tony's flatbread pepperoni pizza. Nice. Pizza sounds so good. You guys are making me hungry, and I already ate dinner. Not like my dinner was anything crazy. It was just chicken, broccoli, and rice. But I got this new... So now we're on the other topic now where we talk about food every stream. But I got this really cool... Oh, Yuki and Yuna! Hey guys, thank you so much for the raid. Hope you guys had a blast with your D&D campaign. I think it was D&D. El Chris, welcome, welcome. You guys caught me in a hand cam stream. What's up, Gas Can? How are you doing? Said to raid or we don't get fresh food. I hope they give you the freshest and tastiest food. None of that expired stuff that they seem to always eat. Well, hey guys, if we haven't met before, my name's William. I'm an alchemist-themed VTuber here on Twitch and YouTube. Tonight we're doing something a little different. Instead of playing a game, we're actually painting Chun Li from Street Fighter 6, or I guess any Street Fighter. But yeah, just a it's painting, not a game tonight. But I totally understand. Go enjoy your fresh food, and you got to go to work. Well, have a good night at work. So used to rating people playing games. It's no problem. I'm trying to keep the painting on the camera. It's something new that I'm trying out. But yeah, we play a lot of games here on the channel. I'm working on Atli or Yumiya. Hang on, I got like a piece of hair stuck in the paint here. This is the current game I'm playing through. So if you like strategy and role-playing games, I would love it if you hit the follow, or I guess they call it subscribe. And hopefully I can catch you guys in another stream. But Yuki and Yuna, thank you so much again for the raid and trusting me with your viewers. We will chill and talk. I think we were talking about food, funnily enough. So hopefully avoiding your... hopefully nothing expired. Every once in a while, we're chill over here. I think we're pretty chill most of the times, except when I'm playing, like, Helldivers. Then things get a little crazy. So, I ran a poll on my channel where we were gonna paint Chun Li and Classic Colors 1. So what I'm doing is anywhere we're gonna have yellow, I'm actually painting pink down first, and this is a trick that I read online to make the yellow show up better, because yellow paint kind of runs and gets real thin, but we want to be able to see the yellow as I drop my paintbrush in a fantastic way. One more hair bun to go. You know how I always call you short? It's not a you thing, it's a VTuber. VTubers are just the perfect size to be punted. I'm not short. I just checked the poll results. It said red, white one. No, blue, yellow one. Unless between this afternoon and tonight, red and white one. But we're doing... It's too late now. We're locked in for blue and yellow. Otherwise, I'm wasting all this time painting pink. I don't know if you're still here, but how did the... was it D&D that you guys were playing together? Or is it a different TTRPG system? Sorry for the call out, but I know the twins said they had to go eat, so... Oops. What did I do? Oh. Could have done a better job sanding this. I know you do a little trolling. Oh, you were pulling my leg on the red-white pull. Yeah, I thought red-white might have been a little bit more popular, but it wasn't. But that's okay. I'll just suffer and paint the blue-yellow. But it'll make it look recognizable. It came in second at 25. Yeah, I feel like I might have gassed that one up a little bit by suggesting heavily on stream. Like, hey guys, yellow's real annoying to paint, so if you could vote for the red-white, that would be great. But I probably should have done a picture poll, so that way I could put like the orange-red on there, because I thought that looked really cool. And then there was a pink and red one. But now looking at this color of pink, it would have been the wrong color pink. I hope I'm not rubbing off the primer by holding this like this. Second most valuable IP is Hello Kitty and Mickey Mouse, tied at 60 billion. Wow. I didn't realize Hello Kitty was so big. I figured Mickey Mouse had to be pretty big. I just thought that a white shirt with red in my head looked really good. I was thinking if it was a red shirt with white highlights. I don't know about a white shirt with red. Well, I guess that would have looked really cool too. The problem is she's already primed in white, so I guess it would be hard to paint her in white unless I got like light gray, which I don't have, so I would have to mix it, and I don't know, it just gets complicated. Blue and yellow will be simple enough. And easy enough too, because it's not like sky blue or navy blue, it's just blue, you know, so this flat blue that I have will work really well. I won't have to do any crazy color mixing or trying to color match anything. Alright, so I want to be careful here. So the hair bun is going to be yellow, and then the rest of it's going to be white. So the bun is white, the ribbon is white. It's just the end pieces are going to be yellow. So I'm trying not to spill too much so I don't have to paint over it in white. But I probably will have to, because I don't know if you guys can see. There's like... Oh, you can almost... I thought I sanded these, but I was probably really gentle because these pieces are kind of fragile. You can see how thin they are and how they bend. But you can see that there's just a teensy... You can see the layer lines coming through kind of harshly. So we'll have to put some paint over it to try to cover up some of that. Though I'm also hoping that at a distance it looks normal. Hey, Sojita, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Just doing a little painting over here. Chun Li's still in pieces. Yeah, it's easier to paint the pieces one by one instead of gluing her all together and then trying to maneuver the whole piece. Hey, what's up, Sansa? How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. What I really need to do is get one of those alligator clip holder thingies, so that way I'm not rubbing my dirty fingers all over the piece. I'm doing good. It's Friday. Got a nice weekend ahead planned. We're doing a little bit of chill painting. On 3D printers, I watched a video just yesterday about a new one that even includes a mild CNC and laser cut attachment. That's insane. That would do some really good work. Laser cutting and engraving is cool too. I think I need friends who are in academia. I spoke with my parents about getting a PhD, but it feels like I'm speaking French to them. Is there a field that you're interested in? I think you would have to. I have a remarkable amount of female viewers for a channel my size. You don't know what my analytics look like. Communication, that's cool. I appreciate all my viewers. I do like my lady viewers. So it's kind of interesting. While it's wet, I can barely tell it's there on the white. But now that it's dried a bit, it's easier to see. Yeah, Lissy is in academia, and she's supposed to get 100 on this exam. Was there anywhere else I was going to paint yellow? No, I don't think so. Okay, I think we'll move on to blue. Try to use a different brush. Imagine you don't get 100. I don't want you to feel shame for not getting 100. It's just you hyped it up so much that now I'm kind of like expecting 100 at this point. You just want the F&F stream. I don't know if it'll be Five Nights at Freddy's, but thought about doing something for you. Alright, let's get some water on this. Is that too wet? No, that looks like it's painting pretty well. Female VTubers watchers usually focus on boyfriend experience channels. Oh! You're talking about girls who watch VTubers are watching for boyfriend experience. I only did the one BFE ASMR. But that was more of just for fun because it was a script that was going around that was viral. I saw a few other friends do it, so like, all right, I'll, give it a shot. But I don't think ASMR is my thing. I don't think BFE is my thing. Not saying there's anything wrong with it. I know quite a few channels that make that kind of content. We started off with a lot of paint, now got really watery. I heard quite a few Hololive VTubers are graduating. Yeah, Moo May's graduating in a month. Very sad. But I guess her health issues were making it Just too hard to stream. My Strange might be able to carry you now. If only you played on PC, then you could actually carry me on in actual ranked instead of just quick play. Cronies all alone. You're forgetting all about Bay. Oh my gosh. William gives you a haircut ASMR and takes a little too much off the top. That would be, man, if I had more time, that'd be a great April Fool's stream idea. And I'd just spend the whole video going, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, don't hate me, don't hate me, don't hate me. It's not that bad, I promise. You look really good with short hair. I'm so gonna lose my job. Bro, I don't know what boat goes vinted. I have to confess. I've seen that phrase so many times on Twitter. I have no clue what it means. That reminds me of the time my grandma tried to cut my grandpa's hair. We call it the Canyon incident. Oh no. Don't worry, it'll grow back except for the parts that scar over. I'll go make a hair growth formula right now so you can get your hair back that I accidentally chopped off. Safe to say she's not allowed to touch that razor anymore. Aw. That's funny though. Neither of my grandfathers had much hair, so I guess they weren't in danger of grandmothers accidentally chopping it all off. And knock on wood that the bald gene skips me, because it hit my poor younger brother way harder. It hit my uncle pretty hard too. It was hilarious. Your poor grandfather. Review for Will's Alchemy Shop. Hair growth formula worked, but failed to mention to apply it topical, not drink it. Oh, gross. Oh, no. Oh, that's awful to think about. My Yelp reviews would crash. Yeah, maybe. Both my grandfathers have full luscious hair even when old, so I'm thinking I'll be fine. Yep. Unless it's... Wait, no, I think it's a dominant gene. I don't know if it's recessive or dominant. You're probably fine, though, if both your grandparents have a head of hair. Both your grandfathers, I mean, obviously. Your genes are cracked? Hell yeah. My genes are interesting because I'm either going to live to be 100 years old, because that's what happens to everyone on my mom's side. Like, my great-grandmother passed away last year at 110. Give you an idea of like how old people live on my mom's side of the family. Or on my dad's side, I'm gonna die at 70, because that's what everyone else lives to on my dad's side. Though maybe it's not a coin flip. Maybe I split the difference. 85 would be just fine with me. Condolences, but that's crazy. Yeah. Great woman. Lived through the Great Depression. I guess both World Wars. Yeah, now that I think about it, she was old enough for both World Wars. She was a painter, a dancer, piano player. She did everything. Kind of a cool lady. Going bald is a genuine fear. We need to just normalize going bald because it's all purely tied to genetics. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. You're afraid of bald people? There might be an actual phobia of that. Okay, try to cover up my brush strokes here. I got a little bit more of the sleeve to do. I actually have a spot where my hair is thinned out. Thing is, it's not hair loss. It's been like that for 20 years. Interesting. Chrome dome phobia. It'd be really funny if they called it that. You had a fungal infection. Oh, yeah, that would do it. That's unfortunate, though. Have I seen Spawn? Dude is horrifying. Looks bald. Yeah. Google says fear of bald people is called paladophobia. Watch out for the baldness devil in Chainsaw Man. All this fear of baldness going on. I mean, we've had the chicken devil and the sea cucumber devil and the tomato devil, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get a baldness devil. And no, I'm not caught up on Chainsaw Man, so don't talk about the latest chapter. Is it true in South Korea being bald is a symbol of being gay? Because there was a famous gay bald guy? I don't know anything about South Korean culture, so I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry. The fear of long words is hippopotamnostrosoquipedaliophobia. Yeah, someone was having fun at someone's expense by calling the fear of long words that. I'm loading up with too much paint. It is true. I have amophobia, which is fear of sand. Interesting fear. But you and Anakin Skywalker would get along. He hates sand. What is it? It's coarse and gets everywhere or something like that? Beaches scare you greatly. That's sad. Beaches are fun. You know, for someone who doesn't have a fear of sand. Okay, sorry. Rocky is snoring and kicking his leg. He is deep asleep right now. A rather specific one, submechanophobia, the fear of devices submerged in water. Interesting. I don't know how that manifests. You couldn't be, you probably couldn't be a nuclear engineer because I think most nuclear reactors are submerged in water, you know, to cool them. I wonder how they feel about submarines. Literal machines designed to be submerged. Or hopefully they don't look in their basement and see a sump pump. Another machine sometimes designed to be submerged in order to pump out water to keep your basement from flooding. I have arachnophobia and thalassophobia. I don't know what thalassophobia is. Arachnophobia makes sense to me, but I've grown to love spiders. I think they're really cool. Very practical and helpful creatures. Alright, kind of got one sleeve done. I'm going to let it dry a little bit before I try to come in with another coat. Actually, I can do that part a little bit better. Fear of large bodies of water. Yeah, I could see where that would be terrifying. Had a friend with a pet tarantula in high school. Loved spiders ever since. I think a tarantula would be a cool pet to have. Though I always think of the Rugrats every time I think of a pet tarantula. Oh shoot, I got it on the pink. No. Gotta be careful with our brush strokes. So in the Rugrats cartoon, they buy... I can't remember why they bought Tommy a pet tarantula. But Tommy Pickles felt bad that his tarantula was in its cage, so he let it out, and then it leaves the playpen area. And it crawls onto Grandpa, and Grandpa was napping, and he woke up, saw the tarantula, and, kills it, because he sees a big spider, but you don't see him actually kill it. Instead, you see him going to the trash can and throwing the tissue away. He's like, I caught a big one today. And then Tommy's dad is like, oh, that was money well spent. Because I don't think tarantulas are cheap pets. It was because his dad ran away. Oh, his dog ran away, not his dad. What was I saying? I don't remember the whole plot. I just remember Grandpa throwing out the wadded up tissue and just being like, "Oh, caught a big one. Caught a nasty one." I have some mild arachnophobia, but can keep it in check. There's a type of spider that here that's very nasty bite that freaked me out. Well, I live in a state where there's two poisonous spiders. We have the black widow and we have the brown recluse. I have seen black widows. Actually, I've probably seen both now that I think about it. But knowing what they look like and knowing where they hang out is one way to stay safe. Don't have a wooden mailbox is one of the things I can suggest if you don't want a recluse living with you. I had a friend who got bit by a brown recluse on his foot. He made a full recovery, but his foot, like the top of his foot, like pretended it used to be flat before, but then like where the bite came in, like he permanently has like a chunk, just like a crater in his foot from where the bite was because of all the necrosis. Pretty nasty guys. I hate daddy long legs, even though they're harmless to humans. I never was afraid of daddy long legs, even though we had the urban myth growing up. We're like, oh, they're the most venomous spider ever. God, but we were horrible to them. Like, I'm prefacing this with like, I was in elementary school. Okay, I don't remember exactly how old I was, but I do remember. God, you guys are gonna think I'm a psychopath. We would pull off their legs and then roll their bodies around. Is how I never hated daddy long legs, but we severely mistreated them as kids. What a horrible existence those poor spiders had. What type of 3D printer do I have? I have a Elegoo Saturn 3 Ultra. I think I have the specs in the description. Well, yeah, they just have these little round ball-shaped bodies and these big long legs. Just like pick, pick, pick. I was a kid. I didn't know any better. Stop explaining. I'm not making myself sound better, am I? Back to painting. Sundowner would be proud of little kid Will. Kids are cruel, Jack. And I'm very much in touch with my inner child. Actually, I don't know if he had that much of a southern accent, did he? Just like Michi Mochivi TMI? If the Daddy Longlegs story was TMI, I'm really sorry. Didn't mean to traumatize anyone. He did? Okay. Not TMI, just police en route. Well, maybe not TMI for you, but there might be some people who are like, oh my god. So I want to apologize for anyone else who thought that story was TMI. I did weird things as a kid. Some of those stories just creep back to me in the middle of the night, and I just wake up and go, oh, I was a cringy kid. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. And then I try to go back to sleep. It's gonna be in the William documentary. Sometimes I remember amino, and I have to think about my life choices. What do you mean, remember amino? Just like to flex the number of VTubers you know? There's a lot of VTubers out there. There's a lot of them to know. It was an app for fandoms. Say no more. I know how fandoms get. I think that was a little bit too heavy on the paint. Tried one of those looking to actually talk about the shows, but every single chat room just wanted roleplay. Yeah, I could imagine. I mean, I'm not totally innocent. I used to play on Moonguard on World of Warcraft. Now it's too much water. Now it's running a lot. All right, I think I need a little bit more paint. Don't worry, Merlin. You've got Reddit and Discord now to talk about actual fandoms. Though you'll probably still find role-playing on both of those. Cozy Sojita. I think that's a cozy one. It's at least a blanket emote. Yep, we're cozy here. We're just painting. I'm in the middle of a heat wave, guys. It's 60 degrees outside. I'm imagining a DSP painting stream. It doesn't come painted already. I need a paintbrush. Chat, tell me what color red is. I would hope he could figure out red. I wish it was 60 here. Is it cold or hot where you're at? I'm a different kind of nerd, the type to be like, how the powers work, and mob characters way stronger than you thought instead of, and then they kissed. I like it when shows explain how powers work. Or at least explain how. I just need it explained to me one time. I don't need it explained to me in the middle of a fight, and I don't need it explained to me repeatedly. Like, Freerin had, like, one montage of explaining how magic was studied and new spells came up and stuff like that. The audience might have forgotten after the 50th one. It's why I couldn't get into Demon Slayer. It was just... See, I had a personal trainer and she watched anime, so we would talk about it. But we talked about how some of these, she described it as head ass, where these shows are just up their own ass, describing like their rule sets or power moves and crap, and it was just like, I sincerely do not care, especially after it's already been explained once. Fullmetal Alchemist did a good job of explaining it. Because you understood that there was alchemy. You understood that it followed grounded science that we already know. Right? And that, like, certain characters specialized in certain alchemies or whatever. And they had different transmutation circles to accomplish... Oh, crap. I got a ton of blue on her pink. To accomplish different techniques. And the only time you really needed anything explained to you was when someone did something different. Like when Mustang got his gloves ripped off. And then he's still able to make fire happen. And it's like, whoa, how did he do that? And like he shows the back of his hand, and the badass had carved with a scrap piece of metal or blood or something. He re-carved the transmutation circle in the back of his hand. My brother said FMA Brotherhood actions were mid. Oh. Like, sure, there's better, but that doesn't mean that that's mid. I thought the action in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood was pretty good. Especially, oh my god, the final fight between, crap. I remember King Bradley, but I forgot what homunculus he was. Oh, why is it escaping me? He wasn't Pride. Oh, he's Wrath. Thank you. Oh my god. Mega brain fart there. Yeah, the fight between Wrath and Scar. So good. Especially when Scar was like, oh yeah, I've always been able to do the other parts of alchemy too, like creation and transmutation. I just only focused on destruction because that's what was in my heart or something like that. Yeah, so Vegeta's got good taste. I don't know why I lisped on that one. Pride was the kid, Sloth was muscly, yeah. Oh yeah, and then you had Sloth versus Armstrong and the shop owner's husband. Oh, I can't remember his name. She taught the two boys, she taught the Elric brothers. But yeah, so you had you had Armstrong and the husband team up like a wrestling tag team fight to take down Sloth. Oh, that was a good moment too. Like, and what's so great too is like Armstrong's like, oh, I've been defeated. I can't keep going on much longer. I don't know how he moves so fast. And then like the husband shows up and flexes for him, and just like he's inspired by the presence of the other guy's muscles, and he's like, yes, we can do this together. And they team up to take him down. Oh, so many good moments. I should rewatch it. It's been too long. I'm forgetting names. Mustang giving Greed an ass whooping? No, I thought it was Envy. That he went nutso on. The one that could transform into others was Envy, right? Oh, and that's such another good moment too, because he transforms into Mustang to try to fool Hawkeye, and she pulls her gun on him, and as the audience you wouldn't know, like, hang on, did Envy turn into Hawkeye or did he turn into Mustang? And Hawkeye is the one that figures it out, because she pulls a stunt and goes, oh, whenever it's me and the lieutenant by ourselves, he always calls me by my first name. And Envy's like, what? I had no idea you were that close. And then she's like, I lied, and then just starts shooting him. good moment. Hugh's death, it was sad, yeah. Oh, can you believe that they came out with a figurine for Shao Tucker? The guy who fuses Nina and the dog together? Makes a chimera? Like, who in their right... Who, number one, is going to buy a Shao Tucker figurine? And then who in their right mind was like, huh, we should make a Full Metal Alchemist figurine. Oh, but we shouldn't do Winry, and we shouldn't do Mustang, and we shouldn't do any of the boys. Oh, I know. Let's do Shao Tucker, the guy who only exists for one episode. Is one of the most reprehensible characters in the show. All media. People who spam the Nina and dog meme. I guess there might be people who buy it for the meme. I'm just thinking, who makes the decisions onto what figurine to make, that they're like, oh yeah, Shao Tucker, that's a popular character. Like, not any of the sins, not Hohenheim, not Father. Not Scar, not Ling, not the old ninja guy, I can't remember his name, who protected Ling. Who's my favorite voice actor? Ling was voiced by your favorite VA, Todd Haberkorn. I am a big fan of Steve Blum because he played Spike Spiegel, and he's played a lot of other characters I've really liked. He plays Wolverine in Marvel Rivals, which is pretty cool. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, he was the main character in Neon White. We played that on stream. Oh, but that voice acting class I got signed up for and I got approved for is taught by Steve Blum. So that was also another really exciting thing. It was like, oh, voice acting lessons from one of my favorite voice actors. Yeah, it was an online VA class. My other favorite voice actor is Chris Hackney, only because he voiced Dimitri from Three Houses, and he voiced Rusty in Armored Core 6, and I'm sure there's been other characters that he voiced, but those are two of my favorite characters. Oh, he voiced Nigel in Unicorn Overlord. Forgot about that. Meadow Day in Three Houses? I think he misspelled someone's name. I got sad when Markiplier got killed. Wait, who's the character? Oh, are you saying Hughes was Markiplier? I don't know, that was the meme. Too much paint, need more water. Paint it over the pink part. Another voice actor I like is, oh, is it Crispin Freeman? Oh, I think that's his name. He voiced Alucard in Hellsing, and he voiced the Wizard in Diablo 3. We stand Dimitri in this house. That's right. Dimitri did nothing wrong. He's played many roles. Natsu from Fairy Tail, Alan from The Gray Man, Ling, Death the Kid. You're talking about Habercorn? I know Habercorn's done a lot of roles. I think he used to be up there with like Vic Mignogna for like some of the big names in voice acting. He was the narrator in that one game you played? Sorry, you might have to be a little bit more specific than that one game. Now it's too much water. He supported Vic, so he got treated a certain way. That's unfortunate. It was in the RPG where you use cards to attack. Oh. Besides painting figures, do I do any other types of painting? Nope. Back in high school, I would paint, like, you know, on paper. You know, more 2D, I guess you would call it. But I haven't done that in, you know, since. So, obviously, that was a long time ago. What's that you're putting paint on? This is a wet palette, so it's a wet sponge and a thin piece of paper. So it keeps the paint wet so it doesn't dry out. And it's important for acrylics to keep them wet so that the way they don't glob up so much. It's already 11 p.m. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm glad you had fun with the stream. Eight o'clock for you. Posted in military time. Interesting. I'm gonna try to get this one layer of blue down before we move on. Well, really funny. I don't know why I thought this, but I was like, oh man, what if I get done early? What do we do? This is taking. This is taking about as long as you can expect. I don't know why I thought it would go faster. I think I was worried that I'd get a bunch of paint down and then I'd have to wait for it to dry, but that obviously is not the case. So another thing that I'm doing to try to wet the paint is I'm going into my water dish to get my bristles all filled up with water and dropping it down in here to try to thin it out. But I can't put too much water because otherwise it gets runny. Is that a bubble or just a... Alright. It was a bubble. It just was real resilient to popping. I think I just need to be dipping back into the paint more. Because right now I got a good mix of water and paint and it's going on really well. But then I'm going to run out of paint. Your stepfather was from Europe, that's why I used the 24-hour format? Interesting. I guess I didn't know they used the 24-hour format primarily in Europe. Acrylic gets lumpy and streaky really easily. The wet palette's a good call. Hey, welcome back, El. I just hope I'm using it right. I haven't... a lot of my painting is self-taught. I think I watched one video that what do you call it? P3. I think they did I had like a little DVD on how to paint. But most everything else is hands-on. Had to do post-stream care. Oh, no problem. I had tried to ask earlier if how did the stream go? If it was D&D or if you guys played a different system. Was Cloudbreaker Alliance ended on a cliffhanger? We'll never know the ending. Cloudbreaker Alliance is the system? Or is that the name of a D&D campaign? I'm not trying to be obtuse. I just know D&D has a bunch of campaign modules. That's the name of the game itself. Cool. Ah! I got blue where I didn't want blue. Have you done much painting before? I'm guessing since you know about wet palettes and acrylics. It's like AP Art in high school got college credit for it. Wow, nice. Very cool. See, all I know about paintings from Warhammer and War Machine. I did Bob Ross type paintings. That's cool. Try to get the inner part of the sleeve here. Yeah, we didn't have wet palettes when we painted in high school. I learned about wet palettes from model painting. I think we unfortunately went in with not enough water, so we have some streaks. Oh, she's not focusing. But we can put multiple coats down and try to cover it up. I'll try to get the last boob here done. Bob Ross is an OG goat. He seemed like a really cool guy. I've never followed along and tried to do any of his painting before. But my understanding was he was in the military and wouldn't have a whole lot of time to paint, so he had to develop techniques that were a little bit more, I guess, like cool shortcuts, I guess. He was a drill sergeant in the Air Force. Gotcha. L. Chris, thank you so much for following on Twitch. Welcome to the workshop. I was always the last quarter to take art class, and by then the art supplies are almost empty. That sucks. Thank you for sharing the love over on Twitch as well. Oh no, you're fine. I've been multi-streaming for a little bit. I need to be better about promoting my Twitch. Actually, I was talking with my partner manager earlier this week, and he was basically like, you need to be better about just promoting in general. So, probably going to start trying to do all the, hey, don't forget to like and subscribe kind of stuff. I'll probably just start doing that in April. Or next week. I instinctively filter out stuff like that. Does it bother you when streamers say things like that? Or do you just know that it's part of the game? Or hey, thank you, Sojita. Honestly, I just need to put a little bit more thought and care into some of the things I do. Because memberships were kind of just like, hey, I did memberships before, they're open again, and I didn't follow through with a lot of the promises I had made. What's up, Ann? Welcome. And Twitch, I've kind of been treating the same way. It's like, yep, I'm multi-streaming to Twitch, and then I just don't talk about it beyond that, so need to open up the love, thought, and care and attention that I can do. Watching the painting while goofing around. Does that mean playing Monster Hunter Wilds? Or do a different type of goofing around, not playing a game. Laying back 120 degrees and just watching my screens. Peak coziness. I'm painting this middle part blue, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's supposed to be a white sash around her middle. I need a new chair. That needs to be my next investment. I bought a new graphics card before I bought a new chair. Yeah, her stomach portion is white. Crap. If you have to remove acrylic there, you might be able to use some acetone or just layer a lot of white. Acetone, I think, will melt the resin. So I think I need to use, I think IPA. My suspicion is correct. No, I think it's a sash because there's, if I can get it to focus, you can see where there's a line for the fold. Shoot. All right. Well, we'll either IPA it or just layer a lot of white. But I have to let it dry first before I can do that. I have tons of IPA though, because I use that to clean the models of resin when they come off the printer. I messed up something. I was just slapping blue all over, but this part right here is of the cutout is where her sash is, her white sash. So I need to I'm either gonna use IPA to remove the blue or come back and just layer a lot of white over it. So we need to probably work on another part while I let the blue dry completely. Because I'm getting blue all over my fingers because I keep folding it around. Actually, let's set that somewhere where I won't accidentally. I might touch things over here. Because we could do the brown of the hair maybe. I'm blue dabu dee dabu da. At least the chair won't be stalked by scalpers. And I got my 5070 at MSRP, if you can believe it. It was in stock at the Micro Center. But you couldn't pay online, couldn't ship it, had to go in person. But I got a 5070 at MSRP. That's my big win of the year. Alright, I think we'll do brown for the hair. Big ups Micro Center, yeah. I will say, I went to IKEA and they had gamer chairs, and I don't want a gamer chair, but I sat down in like an executive leather office chair and I was like, oh man. It was super comfortable. And I was like, I'm going to skip the gamer chair and go to the executive office chair because it was like high-backed, really plush. I felt like a CEO sitting into it. Oh, man. It was exquisite. That's the chair that I want. Sorry, March, you have your big win of the year. Yeah, I guess there's still time left in the year to get another big win, but getting a 5070 at MSRP and cutting the scalpers out, making them seethe. I've been debating getting an office chair because all the office chairs I sat in are super comfy. Yeah, I feel like the gamer chairs, like all those like racerback style chairs, are just a gimmick. Hey, no problem, CDS Snoots. Thanks for the stop by. Hope you have a good night. I'm sorry about your Oshi graduating. Hopefully brown. Just straight brown is, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it's almost, oh. I almost want to do like a black ink wash to like get in the recesses of her hair. We'll start with just a layer of brown. Do I watch the serious videos like We Need to Talk or I'm Finally Gonna Be Honest? No. I haven't seen those. I have a secret lab. It's been very comfortable, but a lot of other gamer chairs are very, very uncomfortable. It's because I think gamer chairs are such a gimmick that they just crank them out and they're low quality, and I'm afraid of like the stitching starting to go pretty early. I also have Rocky who likes to jump in my lap a lot, and I don't want his like little doggy claws to like tear the fabric apart. Whereas I have a leather couch, and that thing is practically indestructible to everything that all the dogs that have been through here have done to it, right? So I gotta think like a leather office chair has gotta be just as durable. Leather is leather, right? I mean, I guess different types of hides, you know. But, I really wanted to get a Herman Miller, but like a brand new Herman Miller is like $1,000. And I don't have any of the like office resupply stores near me or like the refurb stores. So like trying to find a reasonable price for a refurbed Herman Miller was just crazy too. But like the office chairs I found at IKEA felt good, would be brand new, and they'd still be less than a Herman Miller, even a refurbished Herman Miller. I think Yuki and Yuna have like a Steel series, or maybe it's not Steel series. It's another big brand. And I looked at it and they look super comfy. Hey, what's up, Crowns? How are you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. But again, it was another like very expensive chair. I watched this one channel that posts about their Dobermans, and it's hilarious because they have this playful, aggressive dog. I took Rocky to the dog park today because the weather's been really nice. And he met another dog there, but Rocky had his teeth cleaned yesterday, so they knocked him out for that. And he's still recovering from the anesthesia. So normally when Rocky sees another dog, he's like hyper and he's alert and he's barking a whole bunch. And we go to the park and he's just like casually trotting around. He's like barely interacted with the other dog. Like, this is really out of character for you. It was just funny to see. Yeah, I feel like maybe after a couple layers it'll look right. Just right now it looks a little too light, but it's probably because I'm painting thin layers on the white primer, so. I'm trying to do my brushes along the direction that her hair's pulled in. So that way, if there are brush strokes, at least it could look like strands of hair. They'll be textured correctly. Oh God, I went too far down and got her neck. Oh hey, I appreciate that. This is just a little PNG while I'm painting, because I don't have a third camera to capture the full-size model. This music is awesome. Thank you. White Bat Audio, I think I credited them in the description, but copyright free music on YouTube. So I had seen another hand cam stream where someone was building a Lego set, and he was adamantly refused to put any background music on. And I have a background song, but I use it as like my intro song, and I was like, after like 2 or 3 hours, it'd probably get pretty repetitive. So finding a channel that just puts out like whole compilations of copyright free stuff, I was like, yeah, let's go. And it's good. I've actually been listening. I don't just play this just for the stream. I actually listen to this like when I'm at work. I like this guy's music. I should see if he has a Patreon or something so I can throw him a few bucks. But yeah, White Bat Audio on YouTube. What I really wanted to do is I wanted to get put together a big playlist of like video game OSTs and stuff, because I think for the most part you can get away with video game music because it plays when you play the video game, but thought it was probably just better off finding a whole channel dedicated to copyright free. Oh, Exodus, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. To the chair fund to make sure you don't hurt your back. With emphasis on ack. That's an inside joke. Yeah, next time I'm at IKEA, I'm probably gonna pick up that chair. Last time we were there, we also looked at some other things that we saw for the apartment, so probably get some new cabinets or something. What I really want to get is I really want like a glass display cabinet that I could put all my figurines on, because I have this shelf above my desk, like straight up from here, where I've got all my other figurines. Like I've got Pochita hanging out. But the problem is, since it's really tall and I'm at my desk a lot, and like the gentlest shake rattles everything. And I'm just afraid of like accidentally knocking him over. So if I had a separate standalone cabinet, I think they'd be safer. I've been subbed to you for years. Glad to see you're still streaming. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're still here. We're branching out, trying new things. Besides just playing video games, we're painting. I have a 3D printer now, and I am printing and painting our own models now. Logitech had a chair they did. It seems pretty nice. Maybe that's the one that I was thinking of. I don't know. I would almost buy a Logitech chair if I knew that it had the same care and engineering that went into some of their other technology went into the chair. I do know of the channel Fillion. I saw that she's doing the chess tournament. She's in the PogChamps tournament, which I should watch. That's usually pretty fun. I still love XQC versus Moist Critical. That was such a great moment. And just really funny because XQC was getting coached by Hikaru Nakamura, the second best chess player in the world, and Charlie, Moist Critical, was getting trained by Daniel Naroditsky, who's pretty highly rated. He's best known for Blitz, but he was doing like deep analysis on like XQC's games. And yeah, it was just fun to see because XQC had a particular opening. Pretend it's called the Scotch. I can't remember if it's called the Scotch or not, but you can kind of bait what's called a scholar's mate out, which is like a 5-turn checkmate, right? If you play slightly suboptimally. But Charlie was like, "Oh, I really want a scholar's mate XQC." And Daniel was like, "You know what? If you want to try it, go ahead. But if he fails to fall for the bait, then you're going to be playing from behind." And then, of course, XQC opens with the Scotch. Actually, I'm 100% now that it was the Scotch. And then Charlie baits the trap. XQC takes it, and then you can just see Charlie like put his hands down on the desk, and he's like, Oh my god, I'm gonna Scholars Mate XQ. That was such a great moment. In chess and Twitch history, I'd say. She did a P.O. box opening where she got an actual katana, a $3,000 necklace, and a couple of spicy items. Are you suggesting I open a P.O. box? Because I have thought about that idea for a long time. But I think I would start with a throne before I opened a P.O. box, which is another thing that I have that I've just been, letting sit out there, not really keeping up to date with. Yeah, actually, when it dries, it darkens, so it's starting to, I think it's starting to look like the right color. You can barely tell I painted any pink on her. I think I'll just skip and go straight to the flesh on the next layer. I'm not going to try to layer up the pink too much. Oh, you're just thinking about a chair coming in a box. Gotcha. I got a katana of the 1045 high carbon steel. It was a decent sword, but the thing is just there to give me a sense of perspective. Okay, cool. 3D printer worth it so far? Yeah, it took a little bit of trial and error to get the settings dialed in, because there's a little bit of art behind it, even though it's, a scientific piece of machinery. But like the type of resin that you use, your humidity, your temperature, there's so many things that can go into affecting how your resin printer works. Not like a regular, what's called a filament printer, where it has the nozzle and it spits out plastic to build up a model. I think the science on that one's a little bit easier to get behind. But you won't get the level of detail that a resin printer can get. Unless they've made some really thin nozzles and filament that goes through it. But I'd say I've had fun with it. I've printed off a couple figurines that I bought the STL files for, or the printer files for, and painted them myself, and that's not the greatest paint job, but it's something I can say it's something that I did. But the artists out there that are making models for 3D printers, some of the stuff I would say is probably on par or better than the stuff that you could get from Pop-Up Parade. So for pennies, I could print something that would be like a $200 model. The hard part comes then I have to take it off the supports, you have to cure it, you have to sand it, you have to paint it. So there's a little bit more work behind it. I was trying to think, 1045. I know I've sold through my work. I usually do a lot of work with 1040 steel. No, hang on. I think you might be getting beamed on for 1045. Yeah, sorry. You're getting memed on with 1045. That's medium carbon cold rolled steel. That's the stuff that I use in my work. Which is cool. I mean, you could probably recycle some of the stuff that, you know, you encounter in my work into like fighting swords and stuff. You have a 1060 Wakizashi and the hard to get 5160 plasma coated Hanwei tactical Wakizashi. Those sound really cool though. I don't have any swords, I just have knives. I actually don't know if I can show my knives on stream. I don't know if Twitch or YouTube would be happy about that. Trying to get some of the spots where I didn't get paint in. Probably need to wet the paint a little bit more. Tactical Wakizashi with plasma coating prevents the elements from rusting it away. Nice. I think stainless steel does a good job of holding up against rust as well. Oh yeah, there's a lot of white spots I missed on that side of the head. Stainless steel is not ideal for swords. Really? Is it because... I wonder if the metallurgy makes it like more brittle to impact for using it as a weapon? Actually, no, I don't know about that. Because I have a knife that's made out of stainless steel. Though I don't use my knife for battle. I use it for everyday cutting boxes and tubes and tape. Okay, see, this is her bangs. I think stainless steel is less resistant to deforming. Gotcha. Most junk stores and wall hangers are stainless, which is the composition because it causes it to be brittle. I see. Okay. What was that blacksmithing show where they made swords? Was that Forged in Fire? I just remember it for the guy that would go, "This sword will kill." He just said it in such a exaggerated, funny way. Swords have to be able to flex and return to their shape. Stainless deforms more. Okay. I liked it. Pretty sweet. Yeah. I have an uncle who's retired, so he does like a bunch of like engineering projects and stuff on the side now. I really wish I could get to the other side easier. So he does like blacksmithing demonstrations at I don't know what you call it. I guess like a town fair or something. And all the boys in the audience always ask for one thing and one thing only to be made, and that's swords. Oh, crap, I'm just getting brown paint everywhere trying to set this down. So he pre-makes a bunch of swords. The little ones to give away. Yeah, the two things he says he gets asked for the most are swords and crosses. So he'll take like a railroad spike and he'll make like 2 cuts into the edges of the railroad spikes, and then he can peel or fold it down or whatever. He makes crosses too and gives those away. But it's cool that old railroad spikes are of a high enough carbon content that he can take them and repurpose them. Sorry, I'm trying to clean up some of the brown paint I splattered everywhere. All right. Let the brown on her hair dry a bit. I think I'm just going to go straight to our basic skin tone. Try to get her arms and face done before we wrap up here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It's a little bit more orange than the pink. But hopefully the pink underlayer we put down helps soften it. You can look up the video shop at home guy versus Ninja Sword to see what I mean. Okay. I didn't know that about stainless steel. Gilko, welcome, welcome. Wait, you're the guy to ask. How do you feel about the new Pokemon game being announced? You know, since you're here. We were talking about it earlier. But you play a lot of Pokemon games, so I wanted to get your input. I'm excited and worried at the same time. Bear. Why Chikorita? What's wrong with Chikorita? The worst starter, period. You're not picking your starter off of how cute it is? When I researched combat swords in the 2010s, the first thing I learned about is materials and forging before making my first sword purchase. Yeah. Sounds like you know your stuff then. The combat being not turn-based can be super great if handled right, but if not, it'll feel really bad. Oh, I didn't realize that they're going to what, like real-time or ATB combat? The fact that it only takes place in one area is worrisome too. Yeah, I heard that and I couldn't believe it. That It's taking place in what, one whole town? Like, I thought Scarlet and Violet being only like one zone was kind of crazy, but they filled up the one zone by a lot. New Digimon's looking cool. I've never been big into Digimon, so for you guys who like Digimon, I'm happy for you. I'm hoping we can get into the sewers. Sewers would be good, I think, to find poison types, bug types, water types. Digimon Stories is just better Pokemon. You say so. I never played them. Yeah, I'm sorry, Reggie. Just never been big in Digimon. I think I need a little bit more paint. Missed out on Digimon? I don't think you missed out. I hit Pokemon first, and I'm kind of the type to... Once I find something of a genre, I lock in on it. So that's why when they were like, hey, Sword Art Online's this really cool anime, and I start watching it, I'm like, this is just .hack. I've already seen this. Not entirely, but the premise I'd already kind of seen before, you know? Oh yeah, I was reading .hack in middle school. It was one of my favorite. I think the games must have came out in the same time then too. But it was just really cool to see something that was comics, 2 TV shows, and a video game, all in the same lore, all in the same universe, all with the same character. Well, mostly the same characters. And the Big Sword Girl Rose is probably one of my first anime crushes, I'd probably say. But it was like the combination of dark skin and pink hair. I was like, oh, yep, that's it. .hack had a TCG? I never knew that. Oh yes, Reggie, dark skin. Dark skin and pink hair is a lethal combination. Though I'll take those traits independently too. Hey, what's up, Wigglebottom? How are you doing? Cardcaptor Sakura had a TCG. I had a copy. Not a copy. I had a... Hey, what's up, Praise the Sun? Doing good. How are you? I had a set of the cards. What were her cards called? My God. They weren't tarot cards. Not Cleo cards. Clow cards. I was really close. Cleo was close. How am I liking Atelier Yumiya so far? So I finally recruited Rutger, and getting Rutger was helped unlock a 3rd alchemy core. So the crafting, I see what they're doing with the crafting now, so I am liking it a lot better than I initially did. I thought they had dumbed it down. I mean, it's still dumbed down compared to Ryza and Sophie, but it's not as tanked as I thought it was. So I am liking it a lot. The combat is amazing and the characters look great. I did finish the Ryza trilogy, yeah. I remember Bakugan. I didn't play Bakugan. We played the DBZ trading card game when I was a kid. And that one was interesting because you would have like black knee strike, green elbow strike. And like, so like you had colors named after the attacks. It was an interesting idea. I don't remember much beyond that. And you had a DBZ character as like your commander of the deck too. That's all I really remember about the DBZ sets. Are you playing Yumiya right now, Praise, or are you playing something else? Never seen a figure you paint yourself as a fan kit? I 3D printed this Chun Li bust, and I am... Last time I did a hand cam stream, we sanded and spot cured her. And then between streams, I primed her in white, which is why she's white instead of beige. And now we're painting her. Getting enough water on here. So I've done a couple of these already. I can show you one that I worked on. One of the first ones I did, but it was a character I really liked and I wanted to get my technique developed. I've seen some Japanese YouTubers who paint and they look amazing. Yeah, I wish I could have some of their skill, but it's a talent that you develop with practice. So I'm not going to get good without starting bad. So we're starting from here and developing our technique as we go. I have a Korin model that I printed, and it's going to be a gift for a friend, but I want to build up my painting technique first before I give it to him, before I paint it and give it to him, so that way it looks, so I'm proud of it, you know what I mean? I did the face. Let's get the neck. Did you guys know John Cena follows Cottontail's VA? Oh, I didn't know that. John Cena follows a lot of VTubers, though, doesn't he? I forgot to do her neck where the collar is for her uniform. Oh my gosh. We'll have to fix that. Alright, we'll let that dry. Here, I'll show you one that I worked on. I just basically need to glue her together and do like paint one spot. Hang on. So this is something I had done on my own time. But we have, oops, if I can get it right. We have Himeno from Chainsaw Man. And I'm so proud of her eye because I free-handed that with a freaking paintbrush. But I don't have her put together, and I just dropped the stool that she sits on. But she's got her cigarette in one hand. And Asahi dry on the other. And then she's got a stool and this base, and I'm working on the flowers, but this is the model I said I primed in black, so that's the way when I'm done with these two, I can show you the difference between priming in black and priming in white. But this is why I was saying I hated painting in yellow paint, because I was doing these flowers on the base, and to get just that much yellow to show up, it took me like 3 layers. I don't know if you can see it. It's not focusing. Hello, right here, camera. But I did all these flowers. And then I've got it printed 2 little beer cans to go with it. So one sits there and then one lays down right there. There's a little divot for it. But yeah, I just need to finish painting the chair, so I need to get a couple more layers of red on here, and then there's like some stitching across the top that I want to try to layer. And I just need to do the base, and I'll be happy to glue her up and say she's done. Is there a place where I get the blueprints to 3D print them? Yeah, I go to Colts 3D to get individual kits, but I found myself buying a bunch of kits from the same artists. So a couple of these artists, I just signed up on their Patreon. It's way more efficient to be on their Patreon, because they send you like 4 to 6 prints a month, where buying one print costs you like $20. So it just made sense. Like, oh, okay. So I have a humongous library of stuff that I can print from. And the nice thing is, when you follow these guys on Patreon, they're like, oh yeah, follow me on Patreon, I give you merchant license so you can sell these. So I'm wanting to put together an Etsy store or something, because I'm having trouble with Etsy, but I would really like to sell these. Would be really cool. But maybe that's maybe further down the line. Between now and then, I'm having a lot of fun just printing and painting them, because I really like how Himeno came out, and she was the first one I painted. And so, like, having painted nothing before and coming straight back to it, she came out really well. I have a power print, but for legal reasons, I can't show it on YouTube or Twitch. But I can show it to you on Discord. But I also really like how Power came out, and I learned things painting Power. Well, it was more about how I assembled her, that going forward, I know what to fix. So that way I made sure not to make those mistakes on Chun Li. I love my dark skinned waifus. I don't think Power and Himeno really count there. But oh, if you saw me play Unicorn Overlord, I married the dark elf in that one. All right, here, let me put Himeno back. I'm assuming it's a licensing issue. No, she doesn't have any clothes on, so I can't show you her on YouTube for that reason. Hang on, I'll be right back. can show you the head. I thought I did an amazing job painting her face because she's got the red cross eyes. And then I got the hair color like perfect. The orange that she is for her head. So that's the head. I can show you that part. But yeah, so I just follow these guys on Patreon, and they send out a lot of prints. What I'll probably do is, well, I've got a backlog, so I have Momo and Ocarin from Dan to Dan. I have Corrin from Fire Emblem that I want to paint for my friend. And I have Power with clothes on. Once I get through those... I think I'll run a poll for the next one that I print and paint. So, there's a really sick Invisible Woman. I showed Shaq what that one looks like. It's the Malice skin from Marvel Rivals. It looks really cool. There's a cool Tifa one. There's a Samus one that just came out, and maybe Samus might be a good idea since they just announced Metroid Prime 4. But they have variations where it's helmet or head for that one. Next Fire Emblem game you're going to tackle? I still need to start Fates. I haven't started it yet. It's literally, I think I have it literally slotted in my 3DS. I just haven't booted it up and gotten into it. Can I give you money for that one? I mean, the problem is you'd have to paint it yourself. Because when it prints out in the resin, it's all just resin color. Oh, I still have your 3DS chest high wall, but I got my, I got a 3DS from Exodus actually. He, what did you do to it? You replaced the battery on it, right? You refurbished it yourself. So I guess I could send yours back. Just high. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's the special edition cartridge. I'm mostly sure, at least. Whoops. Sorry, let me check a couple things. I want to emulate 3DS games. I've only played the, I can't remember which emulator I used, but I played the Final Fantasy IV DS on an emulator, and that worked out really well. That was fun. If it's the SE cart, then it has the Vala logo on it. Ugh, I don't have it in front of me, so I don't know which cart it is. Alright. I'm gonna try to do the collar before I forget. I guess I could do her eyebrows too. In brown. I want a 3DS to play Fire Emblem, but they're so expensive in my country. That's unfortunate. It's crazy how the secondary market for games and gaming accessories has gone crazy. Especially for Nintendo stuff. Like when you see heart gold for $200, it's like, why? Some PS1 and PS2 games I want, but they're so expensive. Oh, and GameCube games too. Like, good luck playing Path of Radiance for less than $200. I bought Pokemon Conquest for like $80. I don't know what Conquest is. Pokemon cards almost worth their weight in gold. We used to joke back when I played Magic the Gathering, there was in the middle of like my Magic heyday, we had this Magic set called Zendikar, which is where they introduced the Eldrazi creatures. But one of the big planeswalkers that we got in Zendikar was this guy named Jace the Mind Sculptor, who ended up being so prevalent and so good that he was one of the limited standard bans. Back in a time period where standard bans weren't that common. Nowadays, it seems like almost everything gets banned in standard if it's too popular. But this was a Magic the Gathering card that before its ban, it was over $100 for this card. And we would joke that Jace the Mind Sculptor was worth his weight in gold if you considered the price of gold at the time, the price of the card at the time, and how many grams a Magic the Gathering card weighed. It was just really funny to think about that a piece of cardboard was worth more than an element. I never held onto a Jace that long. Every time I had a Jace, I sold it or traded it. Now it's about less than $40 for a non-foil copy. Yeah, because now they've just printed crazier Planeswalker cards. That's a phrase I was looking for. I have my signed Jason Chan set. I have a set of Fulminator mages from RK Post that are signed. I don't even know if Fulminator Mage sees much play anymore, but I loved that card. I even have a print. Hang on a second. I might have a print of the artwork. Signed print of Fulminator Mage. I should do a show and tell stream. Maybe that would be cool. Where I can be like, hey, look at the cool things that I have. Oh, these were a gift. You got a signed print of Taiga from Rollup Alexander directly. That is really cool. I would never play with that Taiga. This is something, sorry, I have a box of cool stuff. This is something Jill made. She's screen printed Rocky on this, this little wooden cutout. I love it because he has his most freaked out expression. I wanted to figure out a way to get this picture that she had done on this onto like a t-shirt because I love this picture of him. I got a bunch of other cool little doohickeys around here. Distracting myself from painting. Long time ago, there was an MMORPG called City of Heroes. And they had a tabletop game for it. I don't even remember what any of these symbols mean, but as your character took damage, I guess you could slide this across. And it represent their different statuses. But I like City of Heroes, so he's a little dusty, but I've kept this guy around for a long time. I think his name was Masticore or something like that. Oh, we were talking about Fire Emblem earlier. What about Fire Emblem playing cards? There's Dimitri. There he is again. I got this at Anime Houston with when I went to visit Gondola. Here, I'll showcase the artist. It was really cool going to Magic conventions, and artists would be there, and they would have proof cards that you could buy. That was always cool. I had a friend who collected a lot of those. You went the extra mile to go to art events? That's cool. Yeah, a long time ago, I used to think it would be cool to be an artist to get my art on a Magic the Gathering card. If I get this last strip on her neck. Okay. Oh, I was gonna do eyebrows. That's right. I think this is the brush I use for brown. Fortunately, the brown's kind of splitting on the wet palette, and I'm seeing like the green and yellow that makes it up. That's why I didn't like the color so much. That's the only brown that I got, so it's gonna have to work. Oh yeah, we'll go back. Do at least one layer of white on the sash. Okay, this brush is too thick for the eyebrows. Stay over there. Glob up some of the brown. Not smear it. Oh my god, what a disaster. You know, I need Q-tips would probably be best for this. Sorry, I accidentally brushed some of the brown up. Okay, eyebrows are gonna wait till later because I screwed up, so I need to let it dry before I can fix the screw up. All right. Yeah, we could probably do the sash. White paint. That one's definitely been used by blue. I'll use the one I used on the flesh. Skin. Makes you sound less like a serial killer, maybe. If I just follow that all the way around. And try not to touch it. Get it on the bottom here. Where I just started slapping blue paint all over. Unfortunately, had a slice, so it's not symmetrical. You can see where it's cut off. Hopefully that's not globbed on too thick. It did run a little bit. I think I smeared just the tiniest bit of white on her chest. Crap. Well, I guess last step, we could put a layer of black on the bracelets. And since it's after 11 o'clock, we could probably stop there and we'll do another session next week. We'll get closer to finishing her. I don't know why I thought I was going to finish this in one night. Well, that was me dropping my paint. Let's throw some black paint on. I thought that last time. With what? It's my first time painting. Oh, you mean with the sanding? Yeah, what's crazy is I ended up doing more sanding after that stream too. Black, that's what we're doing. Set her that painted side straight down. Not that white on a white matte board's gonna matter. I just don't want sticky paint getting all over. I've made it worse. Now I'm just pulling up the matte board. Oh well, this stuff's like $2 a sheet, so if I need to get a new matte board, not the end of the world. Hey, what's up, Nabil? How are you doing? Yeah, we are PNG tuber while we're painting, because I don't have a way to capture my face to do the normal VTube Studio stuff. Plus, I'm really worried that that would look bad with me just staring straight down and painting. Just woke up. Nice. I'm doing good. It's Friday. I had a decent week. We're working on a cool project. I don't know why I get nervous about the hand cam streams. I think these usually go pretty well. They're pretty fun. Get to do something a little different. We get to chat a lot more. I did see suggested on Google to if I got a second webcam, I could have one for my normal focus. And then what if I had one for a zoomed in focus and I like hit a button and I can hold it up here and it was already like zoomed in for the detail. And then I had another one just, well, this usual one right here like this. It would be a really cool setup, but I don't really want to drop another $200 on another webcam after I bought my 5070. And I still need to buy my office chair. Did I get into Bravely Default or finished Awakening? I finished Awakening. I loved Awakening. Final Fight was a little BS, but we did it. Awakening was really cool all the way through except for one detail. And that one detail is same turn activation on the reinforcements. So, like, I don't mind the enemy spawning reinforcements or ambushes or whatever, but for them to act the turn that they come out, oh my god, so stupid. And they didn't have a time rewind mechanic, so it was pray that they don't run into the back line and kill Lissa. Oh, Lissa's dead, restart. And apparently someone told me that that's playing Fire Emblem wrong when you restart after someone dies. And I'm like, I've been playing it wrong my whole life because I've done that for every game since the original Game Boy Advance one. Finding blades loaded with ambush spawns even on normal. Yeah, I don't mind ambushes, but when they ambush and then they run out, especially when it's cavalry or flyers too, so it's like you try to position your mages and your healers behind your front line, and then they just have enough movement to run around your front line. It's like, okay, all right, GG. So I'm trying to be real careful that I don't get black paint on her arm. And if at all possible, if I can keep it off the spikes, that would be cool. I say as I immediately slather black paint on one of the spikes. Chapter 21 of Binding Blade has the wave after wave of dragon riders as ambush spawns as you're reaching Murdoch into 30 turns. Wait, is Binding Blade... Is that 6 or 7? Because 7 was the one we got on the Game Boy Advance here in North America, right? 6. Okay, so 6 would be the one I've not played. God, can you believe no Fire Emblem at the Switch Direct? I did not get into Bravely Default yet, no. The only Bravely Default I played was Bravely Default 2, but I think I streamed that one. Fire Emblem 6 is still the best Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, you say that, but 7 has Lindis. And Hector. Hector's such a Chad. Is it crazy to think that if we didn't have Smash Brothers bringing Roy and Marth into the games that we probably wouldn't have Fire Emblem? I think you gave it to me, yeah. I'll double check the case. I just haven't gotten around to playing it yet. In Fire Emblem 6, we get Hector and Lynn's daughters. Wait, who are their daughters? Would I know them? Would I have seen them in, like, Fire Emblem Heroes or something? I would have seen them in Heroes. I want to get into Fire Emblem again. Is Three Houses a good starter? Three Houses is probably my favorite Fire Emblem game of all time. I say it's a good starter because pretty wide open with how like there's no character class restrictions. Like you can class change anyone to any class. So if you wanted to make everyone all mages, you could do it. I really like the story. I think it's told really well. You have multiple playthroughs to get everything. It has fantastic characters in all three houses. Yeah, Three Houses is great. I have like 400 hours in it. Yes, I have Fingerless Ghost wild card. For hiding all my inappropriate arm tattoos. So it's okay that you like Edelgard. I just want you to know that Dimitri was correct. You don't get to say heresy, because Edelgard wanted to destroy the church. And Engage, Lynn's paralogue hints that Lynn is Sue's mother. Oh, that's cool. I have to know what the tats are. There's no tats. It's just something I see other hand cam VTubers do, so I got a 2-pack for like $6 on Amazon for the fingerless gloves, so even if one pair was in the wash, I could always have a fresh pair to wear. Getting pretty good at painting. Thank you. We have, well, I screwed up on the face a little bit. I'm waiting for it to dry so I can fix what I tried to do to her eyebrow. Blue's a little splotchy, but we're going to have to do multiple coats. You can see the white is already starting to dry and letting the blue through, so it's going to take a couple coats to get through there, but yeah, thanks. I mean, the arm looks pretty good, I think. I'm getting the bracelet. Taking my time here, going around all the spikes to try to not get black paint on them. Probably need to load up with a lot more paint from what I'm trying to do here. It's not an easy to see spot, but she's got her fist like this and the bracelet comes out right here. So you won't see it right here, but I'm still trying to paint it black just in case. So I'm trying to slide the brush just along the surface. For the blue, I suggested dark blue undercoat, the lighter blue for the top. I unfortunately only have flat blue paint. I guess what I could do though for like highlights is I'll just blend the white and the blue and make a lighter blue and come in that way. But I'm really just aiming to get base flat colors down first. I have a tally on my arm for every time I waited for Ogre Battle Remake. I tried to do something where I painted pink down first before I put the skin in where I'm going to put the yellow, but the pink barely showed up, so I don't know how much of an impact that really had. You know what I just realized would be really funny? Number one, we're not on White Bat Audio anymore. Okay. Post your most recent mini. I'll take a look later. I was really afraid. I was trusting my YouTube autoplay for a long time there, and I was like, what if this plays something that isn't music? What if something really embarrassing started playing next? But I'm glad I checked, because we were on a playlist that wasn't White Bat audio, so I don't know if it's copyright free or not. But who cares if I... As long as the stream doesn't get taken down. I usually hate painting skin. I find it the hardest to do. It's so hard to do it right. Like, I painted this power figure, and the skin tone that I used ended up being a little too orange. Hotline Miami type music. Yep, that's what this playlist is. It's the same music artist, so I know it's safe for me to play on YouTube. That's why I picked it. You like painting metallics? Nice. I just find the metal flakes to kind of go everywhere. And if you're not careful, you can cross-contaminate and get the metallic pieces in your other colors. Like, if I did metallics, I'd probably use separate water and separate brushes just for the metallics. Yeah, I used to paint Warhammer 40k and War Machine is how I got my start in painting. There's a lot of overlap of the techniques, but I think there's some things I can get away with because I'm working on a much taller model. Actually, you know what? I was just thinking I might run the poll for what I print next, print and paint next, early, so that way I have time to work on printing it. Because I just printed this really large dragon chicken lady from Dungeon Meshi, and it took me 7 days to get all the parts printed. So I might run the poll early just so I can start working on that in the background while I'm clearing my backlog of stuff to paint and assemble. .28mm if you're not doing parade are the easiest to hide minor errors. Alright, that's... Except for the little flecks of black think I got it all. I think it's a good stopping point. It's be midnight here soon. I have some driving I need to do in the morning. But we'll let all that fully dry, and then next time we stream, we'll basically just be putting on more coats. More coats of paint. But really cool thing with the wet palette, I can lock it up like this, and that paint will be ready for next time, so have that saved. Hey, no problem, Sajida. Thanks for hanging out. Ooh, downvotes. Yeah, I'm sorry, Reggie. It's the worst part of the stream where it ends. I might do a bonus stream on Monday. Might. Actually, I don't know. No, I might not be able to. Dang, I have this. So I printed the Dragon Chicken Lady, but I do want to stream myself, like, tearing off the supports and sanding it. But that might not happen Monday. That might not happen on stream, though, now that I think about it. Yeah, you too, Crowns. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by again. I will give pets and treats to Rocky. He was at the vet yesterday, which is partly why I didn't stream yesterday, because they did a dental cleaning. But part of them doing the dental cleaning is they knock him out. So he's still getting over the effects of the anesthesia. So yesterday it was just he's getting older, so he just didn't shake it off as well. So I was just kind of worried about him. So I spent the night. I played games, of course, but like trying to keep an eye on him at the same time too. So just kept it chill yesterday, and I had tonight available. So I was like, I'll just push, yesterday's stream to today, and I think it worked out fine. So hey, what's up, Cyber? Chun Li's going pretty good. I'll show you the progress before we head off. But we got the arms. We got the bangs piece. Some of the brown's already rubbed off on that. And then we're going to need to do another layer of blue because you can already see brush strokes as it dries. And then this part around the middle is supposed to be her sash, so we're going to paint that a couple more layers of white next time. And then where I did all the pink, I'm going to try to come over and do yellow. And we'll have to redo a couple spots where I accidentally splashed the blue. Nice brush stroke works. Well, the goal is to try to hide the brush strokes, so we're gonna have to we'll have to do a couple more layers to do that. Hair buns are mostly white from the primer. I might do a couple layers or a layer of white paint just to cover up some of the imperfections that I didn't get with the sanding and spot curing. But no, we're doing the classic Street Fighter look for her. But the hardest part is going to be doing the yellow on the uniform, and the hardest part's going to be the face. But looking at it right now, maybe halfway done. Maybe one more stream to get her finished up, at least the base colors. I think I might want to come in with like a black ink wash to like get in the divots of her hair. Give that more texture. But yeah, that's all I really got. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Insectoid. I'm glad you enjoyed the chill. Have a great night, Wildcard. Thanks for hanging out and giving the tips. I'll check your mini out on the Discord here when I'm done. Yeah, I think she's looking really good. I'm pretty happy with how she's turned out so far. Be a little bit more work, probably one more stream. But if it takes more than one, that's okay too. Like I said, I'm trying to develop my techniques so when I get to painting Corrin, I'm pretty confident and I make Corrin look really good. Because I want that to be a nice gift for my friend. And plus Corrin's like a full-size figure. This is just a bust where it's just chest up. Corrin's, when I show you her, she's going to look really cool. Even before I paint her. But I'm hoping when I paint her, she looks awesome. Anyway, let's go ahead and find some people to raid. Oh, Anne was here earlier, so I feel like I should raid Anne. Pass it back to him. So Anne is playing Persona 4 Golden. We were talking about Persona earlier, so let's raid. Oh, I clicked off. Anne Leet. Get that started. Let's find someone here on YouTube to raid. Live redirect. Let's raid Mr. Jonkin Pom. Oh, he just started like 45 minutes ago. Perfect. He's playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Perfect stream to raid into. Hey, have a great night, Sojita. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night, Reggie, since I still see you in chat. And anyone else, again, thanks for hanging out, chilling. If you guys are still around and haven't subscribed yet, if you could hit that red button, that would be awesome. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I should be back Sunday night to play more Atli or Yumiya. And then, yeah, new schedule Monday. So that's what we got going on. So say hi to John Kinpom if you're sticking around on YouTube. Hey, have a great night, Culp. And say hi to Ann if you're sticking around on Twitch. Better be on Rivals tomorrow. I'm busy tomorrow, Shaq. I'm sorry. But we'll play Rivals again soon, I promise. All right. Take care, everyone. We'll see you later. Bye-bye for now.